I want to talk about focus, and I talked about this maybe a couple months ago. And if you're reading personal development books, if you're going to the trainings, if you listen to audios, this word probably comes up a lot. Focus. What are you focusing on? And more importantly, you get what you focus on. I was every morning I always read Proverbs. It's my favorite book in the Bible. I'm kind of stuck in Proverbs. Like every time I read all the Proverbs, I would start back at Proverbs when I start reading it again. And every time I go through it, I always run into a gem that I didn't notice the first time. And I saw a scripture in the Bible that pretty much validates what we always say about focus. And it's Proverbs 11, verse 27. It says, "He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come to him." So in other words, whatever you look for, that's exactly what you get. So whatever you focus on, that's exactly what you get. And as simple as it sounds, as common sense as it sounds, they say sometimes common sense isn't that common. And a lot of times you have to kind of look at yourself and just ask yourself, what really are you focusing on? What are you focusing on? Because whatever you focus on, you get. A lot of times your focus, that's why you're getting whatever results you're getting. And not just in real ventures, just in life, period. So if you focus on limitations, you're going to get more limitations. But in the same breath, if you focus on solutions, you're going to get more solutions. Henry Ford said it like this, and Confucius actually said before him, the man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he cannot, they're both right. You read books and it says whatever you focus on expands. Cap says words are like containers that carry faith or fear, and they reproduce after its kind. So whatever you're focusing on, that's what you're going to get. So pay attention to your focus. Let me ask everybody this. Win or lose, what would you want? I already know the answer. Everybody would want to win. There's nobody on here that would choose to lose. If you have the choice between winning and losing, you're going to obviously choose to win. So what should you focus on? You should focus on the things that are going to push you towards winning, right? Common sense goes without saying. All right. So let me ask you this. When you're doing any of these things, what are you focusing on? When you're complaining, what are you focusing on? When you criticize, what are you focusing on? When you justify or you make excuses, what are you focusing on? And to be clear, I talk about excuses all the time, and people on my team, I always ask them, "Do you know Danny Johnson?" That's my favorite thing to say now when somebody gives me a reason why they can't do something. "Do you know Danny Johnson?" Well, no, I didn't. No, I don't. For those who don't know, actually know Danny Johnson, let me tell you, she's an author, she's a speaker, she was big in the network marketing industry. But one of my favorite quotes from Danny Johnson, actually, I think the only quote I know from Danny Johnson, is that she said, "Excuses are well-planned lies." Saying that any one of my friends started to give me an excuse, I said, "Do you know Danny Johnson? Do you know Danny Johnson?" If they don't, I tell them who Danny Johnson is. But when you're making an excuse, when you're making a reason for why you can't get something happening, what are you focusing on? And just to be clear, an excuse is any reason that you give to not do what you're supposed to do. And sometimes they're valid. It could be a valid excuse. It could be a valid reason, but it doesn't change the fact that it's an excuse. For example, let's say you wanted to go to work and you didn't make it to work, and you said you didn't go to work because you were tired. It's probably true. It's probably a valid excuse, but it's still an excuse. It doesn't change the fact that it's an excuse. But what are you focusing on when you make excuses? What are you focusing on when you complain? What are you focusing on when you criticize? And let me give some examples. Complaints. Specifically, where my guest didn't show up. I showed 10 people, only one signed up. I showed 10 people, nobody signed up. Why do I have to pay for training? When you say things like these, what are you focusing on? You're focusing on why it's not working, right? So guess what? If whatever you focus on expands, if you get what you focus on, if you complain, and complaining is focusing on why it's not working, what are you going to get? More of it not working. When you criticize, and here's some examples again. Oh, that person can't coach. I want a person to coach. Can't coach. Oh, he needs to learn how to present. Can't present. You need to learn how to present. That girl, she just sucks. What are you focusing on? When you criticize, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on it working or it not working? You're focusing on it not working, right? So if whatever you focus on, you get, what do you get when you criticize? more of it not working. All right, let's talk about justification, making excuses. I don't have the money to do it. What are you focusing on? Not having money. I don't know as much people as they do. I don't have a small circle. What are you focused on? It not working because you don't know enough people, right? I'm cool where I'm at. I'm comfortable where I'm at. What are you focusing on? And I'm gonna beat this, I'm gonna beat this like a dead horse. But whatever you focus on, that's what you get. So when you complain, when you criticize, when you justify, you're not focusing on winning. When you complain, when you criticize, when you justify, you're not focusing on going where you want to go. When you complain, when you criticize, when you justify, you're actually focusing on where you don't want to go. You're actually focusing on losing. So if you keep doing that, you're gonna get more of what you don't want. So we had a challenge at the last event. They said no complaining challenge, and I'm gonna invite everybody to take this challenge. And I added criticizing and justifying. And if you read books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, it talks about things like this. But you should never ever do this type of stuff. So I'm gonna invite everybody on a 30-day challenge. For the next 30 days, no complaining, no criticizing, no justifying. And listen, I'm not forcing anybody to do it. If you don't feel like you want to do it, it's perfectly fine. But if you're accepting the challenge, everybody that's accepting the challenge, please put your hand up. I'm gonna give you a couple seconds. 3 people. Okay. So the next 30 days, like I said, no complaining, no criticizing, no justifying. So you're giving somebody permission to point it out to you, and get somebody to hold you accountable. Get somebody to hold you accountable. Like, listen, if you hear me complain, if you hear me criticize anything, if you hear me make an excuse, just point it out to me. Because I made a 30-day challenge that I'm not going to do any of these things, right? And I promise you, if for 30 days, if you go to this, and we're human beings, so we don't stick up a little bit, but the great thing is awareness. When you make a commitment like this, you're going to be aware of it, and especially if you have somebody hold you accountable, they're going to make you aware of it. And the first step to getting rid of something or changing something is being aware of it. So congratulations to everybody that accepted the challenge. Let's see what happens in 30 days. All right? So whatever you focus on, that's what you get. So focus on the things that are going to push you in the direction where you want to go. If you're around people that's complaining all the time, that's criticizing all the time, that's making excuses all the time, you probably don't want to really spend too much time around those people either, because, you know what I mean? You don't need that type of energy. Because we're all winners, we're all future IMDs, as I said in the beginning. So we need to focus on getting to where we need to go, right?